as a physician, what I would say is there is a lot of sort of important information that can be sort of get gleaned from these devices. What I mean by that is, as physicians, we probably have less than 1% insight and input into the lives of our patients because they only spend, 15 minutes or 30 minutes a year with us in a clinic, whereas they spend all this other time outside of the health system. And there's so much happening there that gives you really incredible insight into how patients behave, what they value, and how do they manage their health and wellness that we have no idea about. So to me, I really enjoy the opportunity to sort of look at that data. The challenge ends up being there isn't a good mechanism today to summarize and synthesize that information into a way that can be easily interpreted in a clinic visit. So you can't have a patient or anybody sort of stream days and weeks and years of data on a smartphone. It's just not glanceable, it's not interpretable. So I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done on how do you synthesize that. But that doesn't mean the data is not that helpful. It's just we don't have a mechanism by which to view it, right? The second is there are more and more sophisticated devices that give you insight into health and physiology that never existed before. So there are things like continuous blood pressure devices that people are working on, or there are things like continuous glucose monitors. So finally having access to that kind of information in some ways is a blessing and a curse. We're in the period where, because we've never seen that kind of data before, we actually don't know what it means. So there's this area of gray where customers and patients expect the physician to have all the answers. We have to be honest enough to tell them that we've never seen this kind of data before. There's going to be this period where we have to figure out what that actually means. Maybe the blips and dips and highs of certain parameter is actually normal in a lifestyle of the way you live, and maybe it doesn't mean that it's a disease. But eventually we'll get to a stage where we understand those variances, and then we'll actually have more information about patterns and what that means for predicting future disease that we never had before. I think that to me is sort of the holy grail, is how do you take all this random information, make sort of meaning out of it, and then be able to predict illnesses or disease in the future. We'll get there.